Welcome back to Justice League, Hell Arisen, right here at Comicstorian. My name is Benny and I'm going to be your narrator. So let me tell you what Hell Arisen is and how Lex Luthor is fighting against the Batman Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs is an evil version of Batman that was merged with the Joker from the Dark Multiverse. He arrived on our planet where he created an evil version of the Justice League by infecting Shazam, Supergirl, Blue Beetle, just to name a few. Lex Luthor teamed up with an evil god known as Perpetua, becoming a white Martian creature, and basically has defeated the real Justice League. They are currently missing. And this is the state of the world now, where the villains rule in the year of the villain. When we last left off in the Hell Arisen storyline, Lex Luthor was cornered by the infected new Justice League and the Batman Who Laughs himself. If you enjoy this, don't forget to give it a like, and you can also subscribe to our channel to get this on a weekly basis. Now let's begin. Lex looks around at the infected surrounding him, stating, "This is rather insulting. It goes to show that Batman Who Laughs cannot risk himself showing up. How disposable his lackeys are." Shazam shouts, "You better watch your mouth. You're just like any other insect out there, and we're gonna squash you!" Lex tells him, "You are all welcome to try, but it's not my powers that are going to kill you. It's my mind." Kara yells, "That is enough. I'm going to cook your brain inside of your head." She fires her heat vision, but Lex jumps out of the way, telling the computer to activate the backup system. Security level Gotham. Condition black. Red sun protocols activate. The entire room fills with the red glow of the red sun, weakening Supergirl where she stands. Lex says that he's going to enjoy this a little more than he cares to admit. He takes out 2 kryptonite daggers, and then he immediately stabs them into Kara's back. Donna says that it's going to take a lot more than a computer to stop her. As she swings, an arm reaches out, stopping the attack, and Lex tells her, "You shouldn't be so sure. I hired the assassin, Lady Shiva, for a month to perfect a series of fighting drones, mirroring your movements. Lexbots, attack the Amazon." As all of the drones jump onto Donna, Hawkman tells Blue Beetle to hurry up and infiltrate the computer. They need to stop these attacks. Blue Beetle focuses his tech onto Lex's computer, but Lex Luthor asks, "Do you really think that I don't know how to handle alien technology? I built my first alien killing device before you could drive." A giant mechanical fist comes crashing down onto Blue Beetle, stopping him before he could even get a chance to take control. Hawkman then shouts in anger, swinging his mace, but Lex catches it in his mech suit, throwing it to the side, and then he slams Hawkman to the ground. Lightning begins to strike, and Shazam yells, "You know, that's cute and all, but how well do you fight against magic?" Lex smiles. "There are a few other things that I can do with my new Martian physiology. For example, getting inside of someone's head." Shazam's crooked grin soon turns to panic as he begins to grab his head, and Lex tells him, "Say it, boy!" Shazam struggles trying to keep his mouth shut, but then, Shazam! As he yells out the magic word and reverts back to Billy Batson, Lex hits him with tranq darts, telling him, "It's time to sleep, Billy." Before he can turn to leave the room, though, he tells the computer to activate the self-destruct sequence. Set the timer for 1 minute. Upload all surviving data on the infection into the suit. But before fully stepping out, Supergirl begins to laugh, telling him, "You really are the same old Lex. It's funny, Superman really does admire you. Lex Luthor, the self-made man, the genius industrialist scientist, the pinnacle of what a human could be. If only you could let go of your ego. Now you have a cosmic god manipulating you, transforming you into a half-alien monster, a sycophant, a servant. You've never been less than you are right now. You've never been smaller." As Lex turns, he rips the kryptonite dagger out of Kara's shoulder, and after screaming in pain, she tells him, "It was worth it, just to see that little glimmer of fear." Lex takes one last look at the wounded Kryptonian and he teleports away. Meanwhile, outside of Gotham in Slaughter Swamp, the Batman Who Laughs walks into his small little shack, stating that things are starting to become interesting. Too bad for Lex, though. He hasn't realized what we've accomplished yet. Is he bold enough to go to where he needs to next? He is, isn't he? He'd risk it all just to prove himself right. Suddenly, a weak groan can be heard, and the Batman Who Laughs looks over, telling the source of the voice, "Be quiet, you." And the voice tells him, "We've spent eons facing demons like you." The Batman Who Laughs smiles. "You're going to see that I'm far worse than any demon. Back on my world, they set the Spectre on me. Had to scour every tome of dark magic to find a means to cage him and kill him. You're no Spectre, so the same cage will hold. Now, Phantom Stranger, we were talking about the end of the universe. Let's get back to that, shall we? Later in Metropolis, the former LexCorp assistant, Mercy, walks home telling her mother on the phone that the interview went terrible. Having an ex-boss who's one of the world's most wanted criminals isn't a plus in a job interview. Going to be hard to... But as she steps into her apartment, the signal dies, and before she could even call her mother back, she drops her phone at the sight of what she walks into. Lex looks back from the terminal, telling her, "You should try and be less dramatic. It's very unbecoming." Mercy looks at Lex's new form, asking, "What did you do? We all thought you died." Lex tells her, "I simply evolved. I've been given the impossible, virtually unlimited power of a cosmic god, and I'm in the process of saving all humanity. I'm preparing you all to ascend." Mercy looks around, asking if he's turned her apartment into a secret base, but Lex stops her. "I did that years ago. Do try and keep up, Mercy. I will deposit an 8-figure bonus into your account to make sure things keep moving along, and to stop looking for work from crime bosses. It's demeaning of you." He changes his form to his human self, stating, "This should make things a bit easier for you to see." The run-in with the infected did provide some samples, however, because of Shazam and Donna Troy having magic in their veins, this information isn't very useful. The sample from the poisoned Supergirl also doesn't help. We must simply get a sample untainted by anything. And Mercy asks, "How the hell are we supposed to do that?" Later, inside of the Hall of Justice, Lex changes his appearance and biology to match members of the Justice League, sneaking into the lower levels to meet the one person that they have captive that could help him, Commissioner Jim Gordon. Gordon looks up, laughing. "I was wondering when this would happen." Lex sticks Gordon with a needle to retrieve the sample, and Gordon asks, "Do you know what's going on?" "Ever since being captured." Just then, Lex's computer reports that the infection is suddenly beginning to spread rapidly, and Gordon tells him, "That's the thing. Since I was brought in, I've been infecting everyone that I've come in contact with. All the heroes coming in to feed me, test me, try to get the infection out of my system. Every day I've gotten more of them, and now, well, the Batman who laughs has the whole Justice League now." The doors open up, and the remaining reserves of the League creep in, all infected. But meanwhile, over in Gotham City, Mercy goes to an abandoned carnival, stating that she doesn't want any trouble, she is only the messenger. Lex Luthor needs his help, and he needs it now. And the Joker leans out of the shadows, laughing. That's funny! And that brings us to the end of Hell Arisen issue number 2. If you want to see what happens in issue number 3 and more of the Year of the Villain, as we're going to tell the side story involving Supergirl and the Joker tie-in to this event, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for your support up to this point, and don't forget you can get early access by going to our Patreon. Link is down below, and I will see you next time right here.